everyone, welcome back here to my channel where I play Planet Zoo. My name is Tzula, and today we are back in Tzula Zoo, and today we are building for the southern cassowary. So if you want to learn more about the southern cassowary or simply see how I build this habitat, then please keep watching. And first of all, I am aware that I haven't built yet for all of the animals. I was just waiting for a few mods to be checked that they still work, and luckily it seems like every single prop mod works, and I needed at least one of them to make what I want with the beautiful sloth we have here. So that will probably be this Saturday, but it may be a two-parter because it's gonna be something a little bigger than usual, and I want to keep my videos under half an hour. That doesn't always happen, but I try to. Anyway, today we're gonna focus on the southern cassowary, and I have a few reasons of first picking specifically the southern cassowary. I wanted something small to have here in the corner. I wanted something that were small, like habitat size small, but animal size a little bigger. And I wanted something a little more colorful. We didn't get any birds, which I really wanted, especially tropical birds. They are so beautiful. But we have to work with what we got, and what we got were a lot of, or 5 very beautiful animals. But the southern cassowary is just so beautiful. Live in the tropics, and it's just gorgeous, and something I don't build for a lot, even though I really enjoy building for it. It have a few things that it always need in the habitat. For instance, they are kind of solitary and kind of aggressive, so you need to make sure that they can run around and get away from each other, especially when they have kids in here. Therefore, I place a lot of these bigger rocks, since they do not fly, so they can't just jump over them in any way. And this always allows the animals to get away if needed, especially the small one. Again, the hut is taken for some of the other habitats here. I have reused once again. It have a big door on the front, a small door on the back, so the small babies can just run out the back and the dad cannot follow. Furthermore, I also did the path, the wall, and the stone wall off camera, just because I don't think you want to actually watch that again. The southern cassowary, not all cassowaries, but specifically the southern one, have a weight of 29 to 58.5 kilo, which is roughly around 70 pounds to 130, I think, pounds. And they have a length of around 1.5 meters to 1.70 meters, and a height and a length on 1.27 meters to 1.70 meters. With this, they are the second largest bird in the world. That doesn't mean they fly. Again, some birds simply do not. And where some birds that are flightless, like the emu and the ostrich, still have these massive wings, they're just not strong enough to carry them. The cassowary actually have very tiny wings that you hardly can see. It's not only here for the model in Planet Zoo, it is how it looks in real life, and they really have to do a lot for you to actually notice the wings, because they simply just are so small. It does of course belong in the aves class, and the aves, you would think of aviary, which is normally like flying animals. It is birds. More specifically, again, some of the birds may used to fly sometime in the past, a million years ago, but today they don't, but they still belong in this aves class. When I think of big flightless birds from Australia or this general area down south here, I always think of the emu. I actually don't think I ever heard of the cassowary before I got Planet Zoo, which is kind of funny, because if you look at their order, they are in the order of Cassowary formis, which of course is the order of cassowaries. but this includes the emu. And then, of course, we have the southern cassowary, the northern cassowary, dwarf cassowary, a few extinct cassowaries as well, and a extinct emu. But it is funny, since I think mostly in my part of the world, the emu is much more famous, but it is named after the cassowary and not the emu. Again, this order is combined of 8 different birds, 2 emus, and 6 cassowaries, some extinct, some not. But the same 8 birds are also in the Cassowaridae family. So they are really, really close related to both emus and other cassowary. However, from here they do break off into genus, and the southern cassowary is the Cassowarius genus, which only holds 4 species, which is the southern cassowary, northern cassowary, dwarf cassowary, and Cassowarius litle, which the last here is extinct, but the rest of them are still very much alive. Like every single other animals in Tzula Zoo here today, the southern cassowary do also belong in the tropical climate zones. And for biomes, we have the forest, rainforest, savanna, and swamp. So I try to make a forest part of the habitat here to the right, and to the left I try to make a more water-hole savanna area. It's not big savanna, it's not heavy on the savanna, but it have this more open space to it, and more sandy space, which I think breaks it up nicely, personally anyway. Already mentioned that they do live in Australia, a very small part of Australia, but it is still Australia. And then we have Indonesia, Papua Guinea, and that's pretty much it. So it's very small areas, and that's maybe why people like me have never heard about them before. The cassowary can be almost silent when they walk through the forest, which is kind of impressive. If you ever walked in a forest, you know there's dead leaves, there's more branches, there's all of these things you can step on and they make noise. But the cassowary somehow make this work really silently. But if they get scared by anything, they will run, and they will really, really run. Don't have time to look up and like avoid things that much. They will simply just run through everything. Not trees though, but branches and foliage, bushes, so on. They will, animals even, run right through it. And they do this by ducking their head a little bit. They have this big bony horn thingy on top of their head that will take the brunt of the impact. And when they do this, they can run almost up to 50 kilometers per hour, which is kind of fast. It's faster than a tractor is allowed to do in Denmark, faster than the scooter, and faster than I can run, certainly. Besides that, they can also both jump kind of effectively. Again, not necessarily that high, but jump far. Again, they are more built to escape or get towards something than they are made to, like, they are not jumping high for any reason. So therefore, of course, they are built to move distance instead of vertically. Besides that, they can also swim, but these legs they have are so amazing as a lot of things, and they can also kill you if they want. These cassowaries can be quite aggressive, as you probably already heard about, and kicking down with these kind of dinosaur claws. They aren't even like bird feet, they are more like dinosaur claws they have on their feet, and I really don't want to box with them. So always, if you ever are lucky enough to encounter one of these in the wild, keep your distance. When we look at the threats of the southern cassowary, we have quite a few things to mention. We have the standards, which of course is people are ruining their home once again. We are building highway, we are logging the trees, we are doing all these kinds of things. But besides that, traffic do also kills a lot of them, especially in Queensland, Australia, where a lot of people are moving to. Cities are getting bigger and bigger, and this is killing them. Humans also brings dogs along, and if anyone ever had a dog on a farm or something like that, you can have them around other animals, of course. But if a little chicken gets too close or too annoying or just too tempting, the dog will snatch it, and it's the same with the babies of these southern cassowaries. In New Guinea, the population in New Guinea do rely on the cassowary as a food source, and therefore, of course, they are heavily hunted. However, even though all of these factors count in, and the fact that they only live in a very small part of the world, they are still listed as a least concerned animal, and this is because they still have 20,000 to 49,000 mature individuals in the wild. So they are clearly going strong against all odds. Anyway, enjoy the cinematics, and I will come back afterwards. Okay guys, that's all I got for you today, and I really hope you enjoyed it. As always guys, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you know the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again, either in the comments below or in the next video. Bye guys!